Good morning, good morning, good morning. So this morning, what are we talking about? We are talking about feedback. Really keen to hear from you all this morning. How do you get feedback? So what do I mean, first of all, in terms of feedback? Well, we want to build into our learning content continuous feedback mechanisms because we want to be getting feedback from our students, from our customers at every stage throughout the process. So this morning, I want to encourage you to think about what is it, or how is it rather, that you are getting feedback and drawing feedback from your customers or your students. And when we're thinking about our learning design, we should be looking at ways in which we can gather feedback before, during, and after our training event, our training program. So some thoughts on how you might gather some feedback before people start your program is you could do a quiz, you could do some sort of a survey, you might have an onboarding process where you're actually inducting people on board the course, in which case you may be having a Zoom call, you might have a one-to-one phone conversation. There could be lots of ways that you could be gathering feedback. And what are we looking for at the before stage? So at the before stage, we are thinking about what is this person's expectations? That's really important for you to understand. What is their expectations of what they will receive from the course, and getting it again in their own language makes it very different to what you think you are planning on delivering, because then you can address any expectation gap as well. So that's a really important one before the course. So what is it that they're expecting to get out of the course? What are they excited about? What are their challenges? Then you can build that material in to your program as well. So that's what we're looking for before the course. Now, during the course, we've got things like the ability to comment at the end of each module or at the bottom of a video. You can even have things like ratings and stars going on through the modules. Some of the programs allow you to do that, and that's a really cool feature. You may even have an email that goes out to everybody at the end as they complete each module saying, congratulations, well done, you've completed it. You know, flick me a 1 through to 5 on how you found the course. And you might want to dig in a little bit deeper. So why is feedback important as we're going through the program and through the course? It's really important for us to understand, is there any pieces that people are getting stuck at? Is there places where they're really enjoying it or they're not getting it? Are there activities that are really tricky and people are stuck and you're not even aware of it? So without that continuous feedback loop, you won't know and they'll be suffering. So we don't want that. And then the final place that we want to gather feedback is, of course, after the program. So once they've completed it. And I'd really encourage you to build up some sort of an offering at the end of the program. So, you know, at the end of the program, I get on a call with every single person that's fully completed the program, and I do a 30-minute strategy call with them for free. It's included in your program. You know, like that there is really a wise strategy for 2 reasons. So the first reason is obviously what we're doing is by saying that and showing that offer up front, we're encouraging people to get all the way through the program and complete it. And the second one is that gives you huge amounts of feedback, because when somebody's got through the program, you are going to ask them, how did they find it? What are their success stories? So you're going to get testimonials out of them through doing that exit strategy kind of strategy session. So you could, of course, at the end of it, you could just do a simple survey. You could request testimonials. You could just do a simple exit interview if that's what you wanted to do. But what we're wanting to do is make that particular piece, you want to make that an added bonus for people, that piece of feedback, because then we're going to encourage them for the 2 things that we're going to encourage them to complete the course all the way through to the end, which is what we want. And then we are also going to be encouraging them to give their testimonials at the end as well. So there's our session this morning on feedback. Wow, I think I've run a record this morning. So that's good. 6 minutes in. That's brilliant. So what have we covered this morning? We've talked about how are you getting feedback and the need for us to have continuous feedback all the way through our programs. So we want to be looking at how can we gather feedback before the program or the course even starts? How do we gather feedback during it? And how do we gather feedback after it? I would love to know my form of feedback. I'd love to know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, how are you gathering feedback at the moment? And after today's call, what is it that you would like to be doing differently? What might you introduce in terms of a way of getting feedback from your students or your customers? And of course, please don't forget to pop in the comments how it is that you refer to your customers, your students, so then I make sure that I get my words right. All right, fabulous, lovely. Thank you for joining me. And as we say here in New Zealand, ka kite anō, I will see you really, really soon. All right, see you. Bye.